And welcome back, everybody. We are looking at a pretty decent Tuesday here in central and eastern Kentucky. Of course, we had the chilly morning yesterday, a little bit coolish this morning, but that southwest wind really helping temperatures recover nicely. Now we've got a quick dose of showers overnight, followed by some pleasant spring weather for the end of the week. Good news. Now, warm front, that's going to bring some additional rain chances to end the week. Not a bad thing, because that will open the door for a summer-like feel to the air with highs in the 80s for the upcoming weekend with just an isolated storm chance. As far as our Viper radar goes, central and eastern Kentucky clear of rain, but you see north of Louisville starting to see some of that moisture work in. The initial batch of mid-level cloudiness kind of thinning out a bit, so we're seeing a little bit more in the way of filtered sunshine here in Lexington. But you get back to the I-71 corridor here, and that's where the clouds sticking up again and where the rain is rapidly beginning to drop off to the southeast. Now, it's becoming less organized and probably will be as we get deeper into the evening. In fact, check out Mount Sterling. You see some filtered sun. Notice how the flags laid out. Those winds have been out of the west-southwest at about 15 to 20 with higher gusts at times. We're at 68 there. Heading a little farther south to Lincoln County near Stanford, the Kentucky Mesonet site there, 69. So most locations right around the 70-degree mark either side of I-64 down south. More sunshine into the early mid part of the afternoon. That resulted in afternoon highs a little bit milder, closer to the mid-70s. We're about 7 to 10 plus degrees milder than yesterday underneath the clouds and the rain. Indy only at 54, back to Springfield at 55 due to that frontal boundary moving through. Now, we're going to do better than that tomorrow, but that southwest flow really kicked in, coming around high pressure. But the good news on the timing of the front, it will be in and out in fairly short order here. Scattered rain mid to late evening. It'll continue overnight, and I think by daybreak tomorrow we will about be done with it. Temperatures upper 40s to around 50. Hopefully getting back into a bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon, but with a northwest flow behind it, that's going to mean mid, possibly a few upper 60s for afternoon highs, a little bit below the curve here, but nothing we can't handle for late April. Rainfall totals not overly impressed given the lack of moisture and the speed of this system. We'll be lucky to squeeze out a quarter-inch best case scenario. Still looking good on Thursday. We'll have a bit of a northeast wind coming around high pressure, so temperatures still hanging into the upper 60s. And I mentioned that warm front. It arcs through the area, moisture riding up and over at 71 on Friday, but notice the breezy and warm conditions. We are talking afternoon highs heading into the upcoming weekend into the low 80s. Best chance Friday, low end chance this weekend, not a wash by any stretch here. In fact, check out our futurecast, highs right around 80 on Saturday. Notice a little bit of green here and there, lesser extent on Sunday. So both days looking pretty decent, all things considered. And then that front that may cause a lot of issues out in the Central Plains with severe weather over the weekend should arrive in a weakened state. So we're not going to see a big push of cooler air behind it. Here in the short term, 66 tomorrow. It'll be a little coolish on Thursday morning. 40 here in Lexington, upper 30s in the outlying areas. And there's your big warm-up, highs in the low 80s with additional rain and storm chances and highs in the mid-70s early next week.